What is up? I am Teresa Zube, and this is not a typical video for my channel. I had considered making it private. It's just about a product that I offer. Then I figured I would, or a service. Um, then I figured I would make it public in case anybody here is interested in purchasing a lunar return report, which is a monthly report that forecasts the emotional landscape of the 28 days ahead. I have started doing enough of these reports that I've been kind of repeating myself in the beginning about how they work. And I thought, wow, maybe it would be really helpful to have a video that people can just go back to and remind themselves, like, how best to use the report, what the report looks like, and all of that. And also, then when people purchase it, they can get an explanation of what the report is going to look like. So, a lunar return report is based on the moon returning to the exact zodiac sign, degree, and minute that it was located at when you were born. The moon is our reflection of the world, our inner experience of the world outside of us, our emotions, how we're feeling. So the thought behind this kind of report is that each time the moon, about every 28 days or so, returns to the same sign, degree, and minute that it was when you were born, it's like it talks to your natal moon, which is what it's called where the moon is when you were born is called your natal moon. We do predictive astrology when we compare the planets in your chart when you were born to where the planets are now. And then it's like geometry, kind of. So this report is based on birth time. I do need birth time. I do require birth time in order to do it. I have a couple of people who do the lunar return report for $25, but they do a 1 hour tarot reading a month, and those two combined are $100. So what's useful about that, especially if you're going through a period of a lot of change or, a lot of movement in your life, or you're really trying to harness energy that's available to you and make things happen. So that's where the combination would come in handy. But then I have other people who've just used the lunar reports as a standalone for a few years now. And they're just very useful. It's kind of like, oh, this is what the month might look like. When I show you the chart, it's going to be my chart, my lunar return. So you can see what the chart will look like. There are a few things I wanted to say about the report you will receive. So it's going to be a video report. It's generally 10 to 20 minutes. Some months might be a little crazier than others. In these video reports, I will kind of pull archetypal examples. What I'm looking at is, okay, Venus and Mars are going to be in a fight or a square this month. What can that look like? And so I will try to throw out a few ideas of what it might look like, but you best. And they will also be in an area of your chart. So that it will focus on the specific area of your life where each of the planets is an actor. And yeah, I've just come up with metaphors and examples. And sometimes, if a person is being impacted in another way, they may be like, yeah, I didn't really feel that. Or, there's simply ideas to make you think. And then your own life best. So you can kind of compare, all right, so maybe that exact thing is likely not going to happen. But how can I utilize that energy to make something happen? I had gone for a while where um, I would make the reports and I'd get super amped up about particular aspects and be like, oh, I think, this is gonna be a big deal. But then I cooled it down a little because like not everything is a big deal. It's just not. We don't have big deals every month. That's why I actually have learned to love these lunar reports because um the way I do astrology, like not every full moon is a BFD. I like to be a little bit more measured than that. But then there would be other times where I toned it down almost a little too much to be like a nothing burger. I love that. And it would be something really extreme. So I just move back and forth between the two of those now. Like sometimes something might sound like it's going to be a BFD according to me, and it's a big old nothing burger, and that's okay. But something else over here in your chart that I said would be a nothing burger might be a BFD. And that's all right. It's because you are working, this is a small report. It's just to give you an idea. And as you're listening, plus you get to learn astrology while you're getting these reports. But as you're listening, you can kind of think to yourself, okay, well, these two areas of my life that are showing up in this report actually are really active. I think this might be a bigger deal than the other stuff that she's going on about. But the reports always come with follow-up questions. So if you have a question, you're free to reach out to me. It looks just like this. I've heard people feel like I'm in front of them, talking to them when I'm doing it, because I like to do it stream of conscious. And sometimes I'll get like an intuitive hit, But anyway, I'm going to share what the report looks like just so you will know. And I'm doing this so that I just don't have to explain it each time because, like I said, I have been doing more of these. Oh, yeah, I screwed up this video a couple times. I'm posting this one. I don't care how it goes. Okay, so when I was born, the moon was at 4 degrees and some minutes of Capricorn. The first planet I always look at in the lunar return report is the moon. Here we have the moon in the fourth house, and the moon is not making any significant aspects. So if I was doing a report for me, I would say emotionally, you might feel kind of like disconnected from everything else that's going on in your life. And the nice thing to know about that is that it's just freaking nice to know about that because otherwise you just experience it and you're like, why am I having these emotions? But I just don't really feel like attached or connected to other people. A lot of times the moon does have aspects. And so those are generally the first ones that I go into explaining. But basically on July 19th of 2024 at 10:41 a.m., the moon returned to the exact spot that it was when I was born, the exact same degree and minute. And what's funny about that, oh yeah, wait, this is a lunar return report. We can do this for the solar return too, but this isn't about that. So the sun was in Cancer at 27 degrees. And then here are the houses. If you haven't looked at a birth chart is basically a map of the sky at the exact time that you were born. And so this is a map of the sky at the exact time that the moon returned to 4 degrees, some minutes of Capricorn. Anyway, this is what the chart looks like. These are the houses. This is divided into 12 pieces, and each house, the first house represents your body. The second house represents your money and finances. Third house is your mind, your thinking. Fourth house is your home life, your family of origin, your sense of safety and security. So emotionally, those topics are going to be very significant to me this month. And that happens to actually be true. And then all of these other planetary aspects are significant as well. And then I would go into reading those in this report. Because I've done this a few times, I can't remember, but yes, the report is approximately a 10 to 20-minute video. It will explain all, just a bunch of forecasting of what might happen, what the astrological weather is going to be like for you, what areas of your life might be kind of kooky, what areas of your life might be going well that you can like gain strength in if there's kookiness over here. Anyway, the people I do them for swear by them. And so, and $25 approximately every month isn't that big of a commitment. So I think it's something, especially when people are doing a lot of like inner work and, you know, just self-awareness and all, it's something inexpensive that's really helpful. I think that's it. Anyway, have a great day. If you want to see an example, reach out to me and I'm happy to share one with you. Bye.